Deep in and deep under the Kalp tundra, there lie the caverns that are intermittently the resting place of the remains of Gwythir Spartak. Gwythir Spartak, the genius creator of frost golems, and the most feared wizard on Verhalgard. It is only intermittently the resting place of his remains, because ever since his long-ago first defeat at the hands of some ancient and forgotten hero, Gwythir Spartak has periodically risen again as a Lich to terrorize the world with his army of frozen automatons. Once every 400 years or so, the frost caverns of Gwythir Spartak become a hive of activity until some hero or group of heroes puts a stop to his mad ambitions. And in between, the frost caverns are a potent lure for adventurers, looking for treasure and the magical secrets of Spartak's art. Most never return. Sir Gwythir Owain, noble knight and adventurer, and member of the Heroes of Stonetree Broadcasting, has a unique approach to problem solving. Because sometimes, it's just not enough to swing a sword for a noble cause. Sometimes, you have to approach things a different way. Here's a tale of one such time as Sir Gwythir Owain goes up against his most deadly foe yet, a Lich.
It is a truth widely accepted that forewarned is forearmed. Knowing, as they say, is half the battle. In short, the more prepared you are, the more likely it is that you will survive. Of course, it must be said such sayings only apply to foes that you already know about. What is a noble knight and adventurer to do when faced with an entirely unexpected foe? Improvise, dear listener. Improvise! Ha-ha!
And you're sure that the Lich is dead?
Reasonably sure, yes. Well, technically, as a Lich, he's been deceased for several millennia. But I am also fairly certain he is not currently active. Gwythir Spartak is on a 400-year cycle, and his last defeat was 327 years ago. So we should have nearly 3/4 of a century before we need to concern ourselves with that particular Lich.
A pity. It would be a glorious battle to face down the legendary Gwythir Spartak. Perhaps I shall come back when he does rise.
Owain? Wouldn't that put you at, 100 years old? I don't think you'd be able to fight even if you were still alive.
Ah, good point. No matter. There will be plenty of opportunities for valor while I am still young enough to swing my sword. Ha-ha!
And some of those opportunities may be quite soon. Don't forget that while the Lich shouldn't trouble us, these caverns are still full of frost automatons. Have you all got your fire oil prepared?
Yes, Mom. When we see the frost golems, we need to coat our weapons with the burning oil stuff to melt the automata, blah, blah, blah. We got it. Now, let's get on with it and get out of here. I'm freezing my
Yes! Onward! Aha! Alias! A locked door. I believe this is your area of expertise.
Huh. I've never picked a lock made of solid ice before.
Well, if you can't get it, we could use some of the fire oil to melt it.
No, we need to conserve that for the frost automatons.
Well, I have got one other way to get through if I can't pick the lock.
Do tell.
I have a whole bag of these.
Red candles? It'll take forever to melt through with those little flames.
Not candles. Dynamite. When you light these, they explode.
Are you mad? You set those off in here, and it will bring the caverns down on top of us.
Aww. Fine. I'll give it a try the traditional way. Aha! We're in! Looks like a throne room or something. Seems to be empty.
Empty? Where are all the frost things? Shouldn't we have seen them by now?
These caverns do seem oddly abandoned. I say, Gilroy, are you certain these are the correct frost caverns?
Yes, of course. You would not ask if you could feel the concentration of necromantic energies. Why, It's almost as though...
Uh-oh. When someone trails off like that, it's never a good sign.
Almost as though what? Gilroy?
Almost as though there were an active necromancer here.
Aha! Well, perhaps I shall yet get to do battle with the Frost Lich himself.
All right, bring it on.
No, you don't understand. We are not remotely prepared for something like that. I prepared us to battle Frost Automata, not mad liches.
You should listen to your friend. His panic is correct.
Oh, God. Is that...
Gregor Spartak. Not full strength, but I can remove you from my home.
Flee! This foe is beyond our skill!
What?
No, we can do it.
I don't think so. Come on! Theobor and Owain, let's go!
You must escape and regroup. Tell Arenthaer the Lich has returned early. He can make a plan to prepare you adequately.
Nay, I shall not abandon you.
An admirable sentiment, but futile. None of you shall leave alive. Your deaths will contribute to my necromantic power.
Fell creature of the night, I call on Stormvor's power to cleanse you with purifying lightning.
Not good enough, servant of the life cycle. I am beyond the touch of your feeble deity.
Gilroy!
We have to run! Come on! Gilroy was right! Without a plan, we can't hope to win!
With or without a plan, you have no hope of survival. I can take my time to deal with the rest of you.
We don't need a plan. We have something else.
What? What are you talking about?
Rage!
No! Force of arms isn't enough. And we have no time for fancy plans. But we do have something else. Something better.
What?
Improvisation!
What?
And dynamite! Ha-ha! Alias, toss me your sack of dynamite and give me your share of the vials.
Here, what are you going to do?
I told you. Improvise! Spartak! Catch!
What is this? Do you really think your puny candles and little bottles will make a difference?
Not alone. But when you add a little bit of flaming sword to the mix, results may be explosive!
A good effort. You have damaged me, a little. You should be proud. Most do not manage so much.
You weren't the only target.
No, you also blew yourself up. Very clever.
The caverns. Coming down. On your head.
What?
Blackwood? Blackwood! Where the devil are you?
Quit screaming, I'm right here. What's the problem?
How fast can you get to the kelp tundra?
About 2 days?
Then you better get moving!
Why? What happened?
Looks like a whole group got themselves wiped out in the frost caverns.
A total party kill? I'm on my way.
You're listening to Kingdom of Stonetree Broadcasting.